Hello, Glenn. You're very welcome to today's podcast. We're absolutely delighted to have you on here. And many people are saying, Stevie, where have you been this last while? We haven't here telling you. Well, we're back here. We're back on with a great man called Glen McCarthy. Glenn, tell us what you're doing. Tell us what's happening next Saturday.
Yeah, next Sunday week, Stevie, the 20th of August, Sunday week. I'm going to take part in my first Ironman, Stevie. I'm going to take part in my first Ironman. Looking forward to it. I just want to get to the start line now. All the work is done, Stevie. And it's been a long road to get here. The ups and downs of life, as you know. But I'm here. I'm focused and I'm ready.
Well, it's great to see you alive and well, Glenn. You look very, very healthy, so you do, and you've been very busy over this last while. I happen to have in my hand here a copy of a poetry book that you put together not too long ago, you know. And I was just looking at it there earlier on, and this picture in the back, can you explain this picture in the back? Tell us.
Yeah, I can. That's a picture of me on the right and my brother there, my brother Paul. So that's my very first marathon, Stevie, which I put pen to paper up on one of your retreats, Stevie, and I would have been struggling. I would have been struggling at the time, you know. And a short story about that, Steve. I would have been struggling at the time, and my brother and yourself were very close. And there was nowhere for me to go, really, you know, as regards treatment centres and institutions and hospitals. And you reached out to my brother, and I don't mind saying this, you know, because it's my journey. And you reached out to my brother and you said, Paul, send them up to me, you know. It was a kind of last straw, and it was a couple of years ago, Stevie. And at that stage, I was broken, and I would have done anything. And off I went up the road to you. And the first thing you said to me when I said to you, and I wasn't in the right place, I had kind of a lot of psychosis stuff going on, is that I seen in Jordan's athlete in you, and what I didn't say to you in my head, you know. But since then, Stevie, it was like the spark was lit, and I'm like Forrest Gump ever since, man. And I put more goals in at your retreats and at my brothers. My brothers do retreats now as well. And I put down a goal that I was going to do an Ironman. But getting back to the picture, when I was at my most worst and vulnerable and stuff like that, I went back home after meeting you, and I went to a following retreat. We set a goal that I'll run 20 miles with you up in Armagh, and I'll do my first marathon, and I'll do it for charity for the kids of Belarus. So, and I went up and did the marathon with you. You never told me you were running up to the top of a mountain and back, but we got it done. And the following month I did that marathon, and that's the marathon out in the straight road. And it was and my brother was with me because I was struggling with a bit of an injury. And I remember being on the phone to you whilst I was doing that. So that's the journey from here to there, and that's myself, my brother, running up the straight road, doing my very first marathon.
Yeah, it's really powerful, and I find it really inspirational. And like, there's people out there, if you'd like to get yourself a copy of this book, it's me, myself, and I. And the poetry in it is magnificent, and the illustrations, you may have seen me showing some of them before. It's very, very powerful. You read one poem in this here, and you can meditate on it all day. So the book's doing well, and it's very successful. And Glenn is now on his next adventure that he's been on for a while, and he's going to be taking on the full Ironman. I find it so inspirational because Glenn, it was a dark place that you're in at one stage. You got yourself back out of it. And not only did you get yourself back out of it just to go back and live an ordinary life, you get yourself back out of it to live an extraordinary life. And since that time, you've been helping so many people, and through helping so many people, it's been helping yourself as well too. Because any of these things that you set to go and do, they weren't small goals. They were all, there was none of these goals that were handy, you know. They were all big goals. And like since that, it just flashing through my mind. I can remember you being in here on the second day that you came in here, and me and you went for a little walk through the river that morning. And then I came in, and then I was busy doing meetings, and then you decided that you were going to start to help James with the collection boxes for the orphan children of Belarus at that time. And thank you to everybody out there that has supported kindly any endeavours we've been on over this last while, and the orphan children of Belarus, or any of the people that had from Ukraine with special needs or anything. And Glenn, it's great to see you going from strength to strength. Like when I think of an Ironman, it's a 2.4 mile swim, it's a 116 mile cycle, and then it's a 26.2 mile marathon at the end of it. And you need a lot of power and a lot of energy going through you. What's the things that you'll be bringing with you in your heart as you're going to do this next Sunday?
My inspiration, like, I always set the goal that I've always seen Ironman down through the years, and I said I'd love to do that, you know. And to flip from the miles, I do it to kilometers. It actually sounds more 3.8 kilometers swim, 180 kilometer bike, and a 42 kilometer
Yes.
That's my ego. That's my
So
ego talking out that. It's not good.
no, but that's important to say because it's up here, people miles and then it's kilometers. So in kilometers, it's a
3.8 kilometer swim,
3.8 kilometers.
180 kilometer bike, and a 42.2 kilometer run.
There you go.
But on the day, like, my reason for doing this is, and going to retreats down through the years, is just to better myself first. It keeps me a bit of a focus. I need a bit of a focus, and a bit of a purpose. It's like I'm after finding my tribe, Steve. I'm really suited to it. I'm loving it, and I'm inspiring others to do it as well. And I think that's the big thing for me is anything is possible, Steve. I had a journey from darkness to light, and it was pretty out there for people to see. And like, if I can do it, like, anybody can do it. It doesn't have to be an Ironman, Stevie. It doesn't have to be a poetry book, but it's just about helping and about giving back, So my purpose for this time around is just to donate to stuff that's close to me. This time around would be penny dinners in Cork. We have a lot of friends, Tommy Long and Alan that you'd know, and through Timmy and stuff, that do a lot of good work in there for helping the homeless for meals and stuff and beyond. And there's a lot of recovery meetings that go on in there. And in Cree House for Austin's place above. That's close to my heart as well. When I was struggling there last year, like you, he took me away. He got me out of the place. They sent me up there, and I was able to get a bit of, just a bit of recovery and stuff into myself up there. And that house is just funded by itself as well. And I'm going to do a bit for the nuns in Blarney down here in Cork. They don't want their name out there, but like, we'll do something for them because they're the unsung heroes, and they took me in a couple of times as well. So that's the purpose of doing the Ironman, and it's just to inspire more, Steve. It's just to inspire others to do more,
The penny dinners is to help the homeless people, and the work at Alan Cree and Austin's been with us many times before as well. Is the work over there is helping people in addiction to recover. Is that right?
And one thing about Austin's place as well, Stevie, I was at a retreat with Austin up in Creek and Lodge in Wexford, which are good self. One of the many retreats I was up with you, and I seen him put that retreat centre down on paper, write it out, and we all played full out with him. We all pretended we were there because we were actually there. He was telling us, this is going to be here, this is going to be here, this is going to be here, when it was nearly impossible for it to happen. And 2 or 3 years later, I was sitting up in Austin's thing at one of my brother's retreats, and boom, I said it in front of Austin and in front of other people here. So it came true. It was, the stuff really works, Stevie. Do you know what I mean? Inspired action. You got to have a bit of action. But it does work.
James brought me this. James had put down one of his dreams was to go to what do you call that place, James? On holidays for 2 weeks there. Maldives, yes. It was where he had down his dreams wanted to go to the Maldives. Him and back to Maldives. He bought me this, a wee Genie's lamp. So make a wish. So me and Glenn will make a wish, and Jamie's in the room make a wish too. So I'll be out there. I can make a wish in the Genie's lamp as well too. Dreams do come true.
They certainly do. They certainly do. And 100%.
And then you're also doing it for the nuns as well too, down in Blarney, because they'll help you a lot out over the years as well too. And
I actually have sponsor cards here, Stevie. I actually have sponsor cards here, but like the nuns, like they don't like their name down in anything, Steve. So it's just a donation for them outside, that kind of. They don't even know I'm doing it, but like, as I said, there's a lot of people in the house there. And we go to a fellowship meeting, the AA meetings, and we bring people from the house in with us. My dad and my brother are heavily involved and stuff like that. So it's just about giving back, Stevie. It's about just giving back. That's all. And just wanting to do more. I'm in the position now to be able to help out, because they all helped me out when I was struggling. So now it's time to give back. And that's what a worthy idea you always says, and a mission, and that's what it's all about, man. And you know what? It gets me up out of bed in the morning. And it keeps me focused, and it's great to do an Ironman, but to do it for somebody else as well to help out is just icing on the cake for me.
Well, Glenn, I'm absolutely delighted to see you living the dream and doing things and be out there being an absolute inspiration to all of us. So you're out helping, and when you're on your journey, remember the world is cheering you all the way to the top. Because when there's this type of work, you're doing God's work, you're doing that great work for people, you're living the dream, and you're helping all people to have a better life as well too, man. A massive congratulations to you. It's great to see you go strength to strength, and I'm excited to see even more things coming down the line. So tell us, how can people donate to you if they'd like to donate to you? And please share this video as well too, because it'll help get the message out there for Glenn.
Yeah, what I can do anyway is I can send you on the details, and you can attach it in a link or something like that. But you can revolute me onto my phone number, Stevie, and you can share my phone number or I have a Revolut at Glen, GLENAOAL5. But what I'll do is I'll send it to you, Steve, and maybe you can put it up on the link. I'd like the sponsor cards, but we're doing them down here. I didn't go on GoFundMe or anything like that this time around, Steve, because we do a lot of charity work. But I just wanted 2 weeks out just to make a bit of an impact and just to give back. So I'll give you the details, and you may put it at the end of the link, and it'd be greatly appreciated.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic, Glenn. Thank you. So there you go, guys. Share the good news, get it out there, and we'll be cheering Glenn all the way to the top next Sunday. So, Glenn, the very best luck with it, man. I will see you
one thing before we go, Stevie, big shout out to Stevie J and the team as well, and James and everyone in the background up there for for always being there no matter what in the background. You're always there. So and thanks for seeing that bit of light in me when I couldn't see it in myself, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. You're a huge part of where I am at today, and I just want to recognize that from my family as well, from my brother and my family. So thank you, Stevie, and thanks James and all the team in the background.
Maybe a short poem before you go. And they will end.
I actually have a book here, would you believe that?
Perfect.
I'll read you this journey, because this is the first one that I opened. It's about my journey, where I came from with the book and the writing from last year. So it's my journey from darkness to light. So it's called My Journey. I wasn't expecting this, but sure, we'll go over it. As I close my eyes in remembrance of my old self, he rests on the shelf. That wasn't me back then, before this process of writing, that voice quietening. A gentle smile, yes, it's taken a while, a leap of faith, it's never too late. I was blinded, but now I can catch a glimpse of a shooting star far away from the bar. A gift from God, my words are my offering of no more artificial suffering. A better version as me, myself and I amalgamate from a once hopeless case, pen to paper showing my face. A welcome mat homecoming, in this collection I am becoming. Unity and oneness are on offer for you, the reader. Confront this. Anything is possible, you are reading it. Everything comes and goes in it, you are it. This journey is full of ups and downs, picture no sound. It's where I, Glen, am found.
Freaking awesome, man.
Thanks for that, Stevie. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Send my love to everyone up there. God bless.
No problem, brother.